high school, my biggest accomplishment. Like, I made it onto the varsity swim team. I went from my freshman year of not knowing how to swim at all, like I could not put my head in the water at all, to going onto the varsity swim team. I practiced my ass off. Like, I was going to summer practices. I didn't have no life during the summer. We had 3-hour practices. I was there every single day. I was learning how to swim with my coaches, my best friends. Like, it was amazing. So swim season comes around the corner and we're getting ready for our first meet. It was no big meet to anybody. Like, we were playing Orange High School and everybody knew like we were gonna win. But to me, it was like the biggest meet of my life because it was my first varsity swim meet. Like, I was so nervous, but I knew in my head like I was ready for this. The swim meet fell on a Tuesday, so that Monday we had practice for about 3 hours. And about mid-practice, we have like a 5-minute break to get water and do what we gotta do. And so I go and I fill up my hydro with water. And as I'm walking back, I noticed like a little tingly feeling in between my toes. And I didn't think much of it until I actually like was getting ready to go back in the pool. I was like, okay, let me see what it is. And there's a bee in between my toes. Oh my God, I was terrified of bees. When I was little, I got stung by a bee and literally my whole arm just blew up like a blowfish. I was like, oh my God, this cannot be happening right now. Like, I'm about to swim my first varsity swim meet and I just got stung by a bee. How am I going to swim my swim meet? Like, that's insane. So I didn't tell anybody. My friend just told me get the stinger out and we just kept going on with practice. And then the next day, I realized I couldn't put on my shoes. Like, my foot was a little swollen and my shoes were just too tight. And I couldn't wear sandals because my coach is gonna be like, what's wrong with your foot? How are you gonna swim that swim meet? And so I put on my Crocs. Like, they were big, they were comfy, so I put on my Crocs. I didn't tell anybody. I was limping throughout the day, like, no biggie. And so we're getting ready to get on the bus to go swim versus Orange, and I got my swimsuit on at the school. I'm ready to get in the pool, and I didn't think much of it. I was like, you know what, I'm fine. My foot is fine. So we're warming up, and I do feel a little bit slower. Like, I feel like I have a whole nother leg or something on my foot because there's so much weight holding me down. Like, my arms are getting more tired. So I was swimming the 200 free, and I had been practicing all summer. I was not gonna let anything get in my way for me to swim this event. So we're getting ready, get up on the block, and that moment, that few seconds before you hear that buzzer is like, feels like forever. Like, you're just waiting for that buzzer to jump off the diving board, and I totally belly flopped into the pool. Like, I don't know what happened. I blame my foot or I blame the bee, but I totally belly flopped into that pool. I still swam my event. I came in third, and in my head I was like, oh my God, was I the reason? Could I be the reason that we just lost against Orange? Like, that's crazy. But we didn't. We ended up beating Orange. We ended up winning that swim meet, and I knew that in my head I could achieve something that maybe my body thought it couldn't. It was all mentally, and just swim was like a big part of my high school life. Like, it helped me get away from the stress. Like, in the water you can't hear anything. You're just swimming your events, like you're going through your meet, and it's just like a really big stress reliever, and that's how I got through high school.